Cheese.
Hi everyone, welcome back to a podcast called Da Dudes.
What's up?
And yes, we have a lot of people here. We have me, as you know, and then we have Cam, we have Chance, and we have Issiah.
Yeah,
Welcome everyone.
I got a quick question. Is
Yes.
this going on the Wimpy Studio?
Yes.
Wimpy Studios. Let's go.
Yepers.
This is going on Wimpy Studios. Let's go, guys.
Okay, well,
We got 7 views.
we'll see. Okay, I'm gonna have high hopes. Okay, don't be negative.
Oh, no. The video probably gonna perform well if you, tag it right.
I will. Okay. Well, we're already recording, so we might as well go ahead and get on with
We're
it.
into the midst of this. Let's get it popping.
Okay, so how about everyone goes around and introduce themselves.
Alright. You want our personalities or just, who we are strictly name form?
A little bit of both.
Alright.
Okay, someone go.
I'll do it since y'all won't. Okay, I'm Cam. I try to be decisive. I try to get what I need to be done. I don't talk that much when I don't need to, but I do have a lot to say when I put my mind to it or when I feel like it. That's the brief summary. Next person.
Someone go.
Micah, you go.
I go last. Issiah, you go.
He's the host. He gets the final privilege.
Okay, I'll go. Okay, so basically, I'm the coolest kid on the street.
I don't want to say that.
I have all D's. I get some bitches, very rare, but I
don't think that was what we were going to
We
say.
see.
And I got a millimeter defeater.
Oh, let's go.
I believe that.
Oh
Bro.
no.
Chance would know. Chance would know out of all people.
What? I said I believe that. No,
How
I've seen
did
that.
we get to this point?
We're literally 2 minutes in and we're already
We're 2
talking about
minutes in.
this.
It's already getting toxic. All right,
my
let's
turn?
get the next summary. Let's get it going. Let's get it where it needs to be.
Chance.
Hi guys, my name is Chance,
The
and
rapper.
I like cheese and women. Go
Whoa,
women
that's
and
crazy.
cheese.
That's crazy. He's just like me.
No, I'm the exact opposite.
Okay, well, okay, and
I like women, not men.
Whoa!
thanks for
Money.
sharing.
We're roasting each other.
I know this is in 5th grade. I know we were going here. Bro,
Okay.
you're gay.
So, yes, and I'm Micah, as you all know. I'm the host, and now I'm going to share my opinion of everyone here.
No, okay. This is gonna be interesting.
No.
Well,
I
okay,
can still it.
it's called host privileges. Okay, Issiah, you're a pretty cool dude. I'm not sure about the coolest dude on the street, but say whatever you want. You do have a purple nose, I will say that.
Micah, shut up. I can beat you up anytime I want. Remember that, Micah.
Okay.
Okay,
Be on the ground in one hit, Micah.
Okay, dude. And then Chance, I mean, you're pretty cool. I mean, I know you're the longest out of anyone here, and
You know I'm the what?
I've known you the longest out of anyone here, and you're also. I mean, the only thing is you do take some weird snaps and you send them to people. I will say that.
Face snaps, just to be clear.
And toe pics.
What?
When have I ever sent you a toe pic?
Bro, toe pics?
I've only asked, I've never asked for one or sent one.
Okay.
That is
Cam.
not true.
Cam.
It
Okay.
is true.
Chance, shut up. Cam.
At least, you're lucky I'm not going to say that.
Cam.
Don't even.
Okay. I'll move on to you. So yeah, I literally had no one to sit with on the first day of school, so I went over to you and we started talking about Star Wars and Marvel. So there we go.
Yeah. Okay, let's go.
Nerd.
Nerd bozo.
Bozo.
Young boy better.
Was how has COVID affected everyone here?
You know, to be honest, all that COVID has done for me is increased my focus. I feel like when you're just moving around and you don't have something like COVID to push you inside and like make you be more introspective, you can just be in this cycle of it. So being inside and being during COVID, it hasn't affected me this year at all. Last year, it affected me in like kind of a negative way mentally because the e-learning was just like super draining for me. And then I flipped it back around. I started getting better. I started trying to improve myself, and then it became more positive way. This year, COVID hasn't really affected me, but I say, as a whole, COVID and the COVID pandemic has just let me reflect more.
Issiah?
Okay, well, I think COVID ruined my life.
No.
Okay, hear me out. Okay, now, this is a kind of a coincidence, but ever since I started working, I used to be a really big nerd. I had glasses. I had, like, all A's.
You had glasses? Wait, you had glasses?
Yeah, I had glasses. Yeah. But
Okay.
then, whenever I started working at middle school. I started working in 8th grade.
Okay.
But ever since I started working, I never did my homework. I turned everything in late. And it
That's because you get less time on your hands. Either that or it's, like, struggling with time management.
And I stopped caring about school, and now
it's like, the thing is, for me with school's never been something I've had passion for the most part. There's little classes that, like, spark me back to life, like the intro communications. But for the most part, I don't really have much passion for school. It's just something that I'm kind of... It's never been difficult for me, and it's never really been hard for me. It's just kind of, like, me passing through and going through the motions every year.
That's fair.
Now I'm
Issiah.
about to be homeless. I'm about to get kicked out of my house now because of COVID.
Issiah,
My mom,
how about you
COVID,
list the
she
jobs
kicked
that you've
me
had
out on the
before,
street.
Doofus?
Okay, I worked at Greek's Pizza, my first job, for like almost a year.
Oh, I have a friend of mine, one of my guys worked at Greek's, but he got fired.
In Franklin?
No, there's a Greek's pizzeria here.
Yeah, there is.
There's one in Franklin that's really big.
Really? Huh.
Yeah.
I never knew about that in, like, my, 13 years of living in Franklin. I never knew that.
Oh, yeah, it's really big. And then I worked at Marcus Pizza with Tyler, Ezekiel. Pretty cool. For like
Shout
3
out.
months. And then I worked at Five Guys for a little bit, and I quit, and now I'm on the streets at home.
What?
No money.
You get more free time, man. You get more time to round yourself out.
I don't have to work 20 hours a week anymore with school.
Is that why you smell so bad every day?
What? I don't know. It's so bad,
okay.
I take showers every morning.
I thought you were homeless.
He's going to be soon.
Well, I take showers in the public swimming pool. Showers.
What?
That's a lie. You don't smell like chlorine. That's a lie. That's a lie.
What do you mean? No. There's showers in the
You don't
public
smell like chlorine.
I
don't want to hear it. That's a lie.
I don't
That's a
shower
lie.
in the public pool. I mean, like the shower.
That is a lie. That is a
They have
lie.
actual showers in the
I
public
don't know.
pool.
It sounds legit to me.
There's actual
That is a
showers
lie.
in
He
the
doesn't
pool.
smell like chlorine. I would know because I smell
But
him
he's
every single morning
he's in the
and
showers
night.
that are outside of the pool. How would he smell like chlorine?
Chance sniffs people.
He knows
I
people who know
think you
people.
sniffed some chlorine, boy.
I think you smell like a camera.
I mean, it kind of makes sense with my name, but, like, what's this camera even smell like?
Smells like a camera.
I mean, I just imagine a camera smelling incredibly clean and
I'll tell you what it smells like. It smells like what you think it smells like. Not cheese,
well
but it
kempt.
smells like a camera.
clean and well kempt. All right, thank you.
We see. Okay,
Next.
Chance, go ahead.
Go ahead, what?
Cameron, you're not bozo.
I know.
Can't.
You know.
Chance, go.
Well, go ahead, what?
How has COVID affected you?
It hasn't.
All right, and there we go.
Okay, that's actually fair. Okay, for me, I feel like it almost made you take stock of your lives, if you get what I'm saying. Like,
I do. I really do.
Karen, did you see the picture?
What picture?
oh no,
Yes.
we got pictures going through.
What are we doing? What are we
Jen
doing?
sent one. Jen sent one in the group chat.
Oh, What's wrong with that? First of all, why are you on this insecure vibe trying to poke through the yearbook and find every little photo of me that exists? Second of all,
That's
it's not
the only
it's
photo
a nice
I found
photo.
of you. Calm down.
We'll put the photo in the
Drew?
podcast.
That's Drew. Yo, what's up, bro?
Okay.
Yeah, well, I'm going to have to get my yearbook photo replaced this year.
What I was
I gotta
saying
replace it,
is, yes, COVID makes you take stock of your life because you get a lot taken away from you, so it's like a big change in a way. Like, it really makes you want to try to be more positive, especially because there's so many people that struggle with, like, COVID and, like, so many deaths, like, everywhere. It's really sad, honestly, and it makes you feel, I don't know, kind of happy that, like, you're still around, you know, because, again, it's so...
For me, that never dented me. Because, I don't know, for me, I've never... How I phrase this, it's like at a certain point I got so mentally worn down from like every week it feels like, oh, COVID's down, COVID's up, COVID's down, COVID's up. So it's like at a certain point it's just detrimental to my mental health to just be paying attention to nothing but COVID news because I need to live my life and do what I need to do. But it did make me take stock of my life because I was forced to sit and reflect and focus on what matters.
Cameron, I know how to compare that to. I know a good comparison. You got desensitized like I did with porn.
What? Wait!
Oh, great.
How did we end up here?
We're only 13 minutes in.
We ended up there somehow. We didn't. Now, let's move on.
That was a good comparison.
I get what you're saying, but wrong place, wrong time.
Bro, that was too good.
Okay, where are we at? You just made me lose track of everything.
These out of pocket comments have made Micah lose track of time.
Thank you, Chance. And now I'm looking through the yearbook. Okay.
What can I say? I'm an influencer.
You're an influencer? What? Drug influencer?
Whoa.
I'm just kidding.
Where are we even at? Wait.
I was talking about COVID, like COVID's impact.
Yeah.
You might have like a doxy or something, but we had that set up.
Wait, what? Okay. Oh, yeah. Now I actually remember what I was talking about. Okay, so
there we go.
Also, good news is we haven't gone to e-learning yet this year, so that's something to be
it's not
thankful
going to
for.
happen.
No, it's not going to. It's just because it's just a lot better this year, and also the school kind of knows.
This is like the best semester of school I've ever had. I think I had like a 4.05 GPA, so we better not go to e-learning.
The school, I think they kind of learned some stuff from last year, and they're doing their really best to keep us in school, and that's a really good thing.
That's good.
Okay, do you guys know Google Classroom?
Yes, we know.
Google Classroom is way better than It's Learning. I hate It's Learning.
No, I actually agree with you there. It's Learning is awful.
I know. Literally, Google Classroom is it's so confusing on It's Learning. Google Classroom is a simpler version. We should use it at Franklin. They got rid of it. Cameron, did you use Google Classroom in Franklin?
Yeah, I use it.
So much better than It's Learning.
I don't really care that much about It's Learning versus Google Classroom. I'm gonna keep it stacked with you.
It's so confusing. Like It's Learning is so confusing. Classroom is so.
I give you that. It is. Well, you moved here. Did you move last year or this year?
I moved last year for the last semester, so I was in Franklin for a year and a half.
I wasn't. Well, I moved at the beginning of last year, so I've had more time to set it in. I don't like it that much, but it's like at a certain time you just get immune to it. You just start to figure out what it is.
Yeah.
So I don't really care.
I mean,
but
I think it's less about it being like confusing and more about what's convenient.
Yeah, for a learning interface to be this like hard to use is kind of idiotic.
They pay for It's Learning, and Google Classroom is literally free too.
I know that had me pressed out when I was starting. I'm like, you guys paid to have a worse version of what's free.
Random.
Tell us about your current crush.
Me?
Chance, his current crush.
Oh, Chance has a crush.
No. I don't think I will.
It's none of my business. I don't care. Anyway.
Okay, Cameron, tell us about your current crush.
I haven't had a crush in 2 years, bro.
Oh.
That's
So I'm
a
too
lie.
focused on other things.
I have a crush on myself.
Well,
Well, I mean,
You narcissist.
I'm just kidding. It's a joke.
Yeah, sure it is.
I mean, there's nothing wrong with loving yourself, just not that way.
yeah, I agree.
Come on, man. Don't be like Jeremy Renner. Don't go Jeremy Renner.
I'm asexual predator.
No.
Oh no. Things just took a
Please,
turn.
No, it's a joke. I
Was
saw
that the
online.
guy who did that thing to that other guy?
No. Well, you gotta get more specific than that.
Oh,
I think that's the guy.
I don't know.
Yeah, I'm asexual. Asexual predator.
No.
Oh no.
We got this distribution of serious, genuine topics, and then we got like all this out of pocket weird stuff.
You gotta have comedic relief, right?
I mean,
No, that's fine. It's you know. Where do you
kinda.
take it? Is the kind of thing like how far do you take it? Okay.
Why don't we live stream? Why don't we live stream on your channel?
No,
No.
I do not trust myself to be on a stream with you guys. You guys are probably gonna like give out each other's FBI after you guys are gonna get yourselves raided, bruh. I don't trust it.
They don't know what we look like too.
You guys are gonna be pulling up your social security numbers.
Oh no.
They don't know what we look like. So I can lie to them all and say,
You're gonna be like, guys, Cameron said somebody didn't like. Pull up on 123 Sesame Street and get him.
bro, I want to like
Wow.
relieve
I'm not trying to get doxxed. Not today.
Oh, ice cream.
Ice cream?
What are your favorite flavors?
Strawberry, mint. There we go. Ice cream. Ice cream go.
There's a strawberry mint.
No, strawberry and mint. If there was strawberry and mint, I would eat it. But strawberry and mint are the best flavor.
Bro, I agree. Strawberry ice cream is fire.
Strawberry ice cream. You ever take like? I have a ice cream at home.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Okay, well, until he gets back, you know what? You know what's really good ice cream? Like sherbet, like orange sherbet. They serve that at school and it's pretty good.
That's
I like
Micah.
I like vanilla.
But you're so basic.
Actually, people have been eating chocolate a lot, so chocolate is now the basic flavor.
You know what? Vanilla is better than chocolate.
I would consider them like both basic myself.
Vanilla is better than chocolate, though. So
I agree.
I agree.
Ice cream today. Actually, I kind of like chocolate ice cream, but I'm not always in the mood for it compared to vanilla.
Dang, chocolate ice cream? That's kind of weird, bro.
No, I don't think I'm not weird.
I'm just kidding.
Well, there's also root beer floats. Those are pretty good.
Those are so good. Oh my god, bro. I want to go to Arby's and buy one, but I don't have a job.
No.
It's better for investing in Bitcoin.
Investing in Bitcoin.
Better start dropping some money in Doge, I guess. Tough luck. Oh, do you not know?
Like the dog Doge?
The Doge coin?
The Doge dog?
You wouldn't get it, old man.
Oh man, wow.
You know
You're
what?
fine. Alright, I was trying to ask a serious question since y'all let it slip. Alright, look, what motivates you guys to do what you do? What motivates you guys to try and put yourselves where you are in life?
My son.
You don't have a son.
Yeah,
You're my
you know.
son. Son.
You're my son. I'm taller than you.
Oh.
Damn.
No, you're not.
Yes, how tall are you, Chance?
I'm like 8 feet.
You're not 8. You are definitely not 8 feet tall.
You know, maybe it was a joke. I'm like 5'4".
I'm like 5'7", bordering on 5'8". So
You
I got,
are
like,
not
right-
5'7".
I'm like
I went to a doctor's and my dad's workplace, and he works at kidney dialysis, and both of them who have medically accurate measures told me I am 5'7", bordering on 5'8". But I guess we could deny the doctors, right?
But I'm 6 foot though. You shorty?
Whatever you tell me.
We'll believe
They
you.
actually, you're a little tall. You are kind of tall.
The podcast believes me since they don't know what I look like.
Yeah. Well, are you like 5'9"? I think you're a little taller than me. I'm like 5'9"
or 5'10".
I'm almost 5'8". I'm like an eighth of an inch away.
What even is it? 5'8" and 3/4. I'm pretty sure is mine, or something like that.
Cameron, add me
we
back.
should be at like the 5'8" and 3/4.
Yeah.
So you should be like an inch higher than me.
Yeah, which I think is accurate. Isaiah, what are you doing now?
What are you saying?
I'm telling Cam to add Chance back.
My Snapchat was glitching. That's the only reason I did before, son. Are you happy now? You stop harassing me, and can we? I was trying to ask y'all a serious question about what motivates y'all in life.
I'll go.
And y'all made it about how tall we are.
Okay, I know.
And now, since you added me back, now you have to slide up on my story.
And, do I?
Isaiah, go.
Do I have to do anything in life?
Being better.
If you don't do anything, that means you're not eating, and then you die.
Well, I mean, I can. Couldn't you like choose to eat theoretically? You know, is my choice. Oh, you were born in September. I have a friend of mine who's my father was born on September 10th, which yikes.
I was born on September 10th.
No way. No, it's not.
Yeah.
Wait,
That
seriously,
means I'm your
Chance?
father.
No,
I knew it.
you're not my father, Chance.
Son,
Oh.
what motivates me is to be a better person.
You know what? That's the same with me. I think, for me, a lot of these things are very important. A lot of the time, I feel like if you don't evolve, you just kind of stagnate and you end up like a cartoon version of yourself. So the goal for me is just to improve on what little things I can and try to be like, I don't want to be just the same person over again. I want to like improve and mature and be as good as I can be for my own sake. And a lot of the way I do it is, I think I've told you guys about this before. This really works for me. Is you wake up. It's like little things that you don't have the motivation or push to do it. You kind of remind yourself about all the standards you put on yourself in the past. It's like, okay, I got to be like this. I got to do that. I got to act like that. And then you're like, okay, what would me for 4 years ago? Think about me now. And if the answer is anything less than great, then that's a yikes. And you need to push and keep going. So it's like these little things I do help me to get myself a little farther each year.
Whoa, that was powerful. Thank you, Cam.
Y'all act like I'm not motivational. Y'all ain't even know how I am.
I never said that. When did I say that?
And I be motivating Isaiah all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wait, Isaiah, what's that last thing you sent? Why do you send that?
No, I don't know.
You don't know.
I asked you guys a picture.
Anyways, let me think. I'm gonna think of what I'm gonna say now. Okay.
Anybody want to claw for time?
Chance, you want to share?
Share what?
Motivations.
Be yourself, and if you don't, I'll slap you with some cheese. Thank you.
Well, it was well-intentioned, but it kind of fell off at the end.
God.
Dang, he's roasting
Well,
you, bro.
I'm not. How is that?
I gotta use the bathroom, guys. I'll be right back.
I'll see. Y'all say anything a roast.
Okay. You know what? I have mine too. Okay.
Oh, the color on your shoes is slightly off. Oh, you roasted him, bro.
Oh my gosh! Now I see.
Wait. Okay. Is this what people who watch animes look like?
I have a friend of mine who's learning Japanese and watches a lot of anime. He's actually very well rounded. So I think it's just like the degenerates.
No, I mean people who watch anime.
I mean, Drew. Drew watches anime. He's
but Drew's cool. Drew's cool.
I like Drew. He's a nice guy.
Yeah. I showed him at lunch.
I have stuff to share now. I have my motivations. I actually thought about it. So I
I agree with Chance. I agree with Chance about being yourself, and don't try to be someone who you're not, because that's just going to push you into
that just kind of puts you in uncomfortable situations.
A dark. Okay, so I probably am going to say this several times, is that don't fall down into like a dark trap, like, because if you're not going to be yourself, then that's what's going to happen.
And that's kind of what you set yourself up for. I really feel that, honestly. I feel like something that a lot of people do is they always try too hard to appeal to other people and to make other people who see them as cool, but those same people have their own issues and are probably insecure about somebody else. So it's like looking up to somebody for guidance. Now, unless you have like a great role model or something in your life, but like trying to pander to people your age, especially, is just really sad. And it never gets you anywhere. It just makes you worse in comparison because you're just tethering yourself in a really unhealthy way to all these people around you. And, you know, the importance of being you is always just, you know, being you is something that's perfect because it's like they can never take you away from you. And it's like if you're really yourself, would you rather have somebody hate like this fake, bigged up version of you? Or, like, I would rather have somebody hate who I really am, because then I can just know who my real friends are. I don't want to have to, like, play fake with who I am to just try to garner the people's likes. It's like, if people like me, they like me. And there's no reason to fake or fraud just to try and get people to like me more. You know, there's certain values in life that are better or worse to have, and you can base it based on how you control it. For example, popularity is a terrible value to have, because you can't control how other people feel about it. But something like, I don't know, how about kindness? Like, you know, that's a good value to have because you can completely control these kinds of things. But, you know, things like social media get people in their heads, and they like low-key are like parasitic to some people who don't know better. And it makes you just search for approval all the time. You know, you need approval from this, you need that, you need people to like you, you need people to love you. Need to be somebody's best friend. Social media really just makes you want to crave intimacy with people that you haven't earned, so you just go and dive where you shouldn't really aim for.
Yes.
You know something more important than that?
What would that be?
When are they bringing back the McBagels?
Dude! Come on, bro.
Wow.
Like, they're so good. Like, what the heck? Why
Bagels? Did you listen to a word I said?
I did.
Okay,
It was good.
Isaiah.
It was good.
Isaiah, how did we cut from Cam's speech to bagels? Like, that's my question.
I'm mad they got rid of it.
What you gotta do is you just cut it out.
No. Keep the bagel in.
Cut it. Leave it on the cutting room floor. Get it out of here.
No. Just do the live stream. Just, like, upload it all to YouTube.
Don't do that.
Oh my god.
Send me the file. Send me the file before you cut it. Send me the file before you cut it.
I'm gonna have a lot to edit, I'm just saying. Anyways.
No, send it to me. Send it to me when it's done.
Okay, Isaiah.
I've edit podcasts for. It's not as bad as normal content.
Okay, what I was gonna say, to follow up what Cam says, one thing I learned, so I think a lot of people have anxiety. That's something a lot of people struggle with, including me. So here's the thing with anxiety, is that you can control it and you also can't. Like, sure, there's like medicine that you can like go on to try to help it, but it's going to be something that's always going to be a part of you. And when you have anxiety,
I'm sorry to cut you off, but
I'm back and I've got some Cinnamon Toast Crunch.
You know what happens to me in anxiety is the way I deal with it is I try to detach from my environment, because you realize a lot of the things in normal life just come and go and they don't matter at all. So you detach and you're like, because it's like, for example, if I don't know, let's get a random example. If I'm like, ooh, I don't want people to think I'm lame in this class. Oh God, you know, in the bigger picture, imagine 4 years later, you're like, dude, I completely avoided talking in this class. I didn't make any connections because I was scared of what people thought of me. Why did I care? And on top of that, another thing I like to do in terms of anxiety about my future is kind of, you know, realize that these things, again, the future is the future, so the future doesn't matter. The future matters when you get to it, but you're not going to be in the future ever. If that makes sense. You always worry about the future, but the future never comes because it's always ahead of you. So it's like you get to the point you were worried about, and then you handle it easy, and you worry about the next thing. So the best thing you can do is just control how you act in the normal moment and not get yourself in any problems or, like, act recklessly.
Yes, I agree. Another powerful speech. Thank you, Cam.
I'm carrying this podcast.
Yes, you are. I'll agree with that. So something to add on to what you said, kind of going back to the anxiety thing, is that, like I said, you can and you can't control it. It's always going to be something that's going to stick with you. However, it's really hard to get motivated when you have that anxiety a lot. One thing I learned is never doubt yourself. Well, you're going to have times where you're going to doubt yourself.
But like, for the most part, self-doubt is just, don't fool yourself into thinking you're less than.
Yeah, because self-doubt is only going to bring you down. And I think that's what's going to cause you to not be motivated. So,
you know what? Another thing that brings you down, what really bothers people, what I think a lot of people don't catch that screws them up?
What?
Comparison.
Definitely.
Especially on sites like Instagram. I remember in like my peak era of just being in my weakest form and like being really antisocial and like depressed. It would just be me scrolling through Instagram and IG all day and just feeling like, man, their lives are so perfect. So what I did, I just limited myself. I cut it down, and you just like you expose yourself to positive energies. Because a lot of times the people, this is something I've learned, is that hate and slander towards you doesn't necessarily matter, because and I posted this on the story one time, but like people's opinions are so like wavy. They change so quick. I could have so many people like think I'm a complete moron, and it's like I do something slightly right, and everybody's like, oh my god, he's a genius, because it's like their opinions and their attention spans are so short that you do something 1 second, they're like, oh, this guy, they're coming down on you, and then it moves to somebody else. It's like hot potato with it. And if it comes back to you and you just do something good, everybody forgets about the past thing. It doesn't matter. You only remember your own past failings. I don't remember the one time one of my random friends in like 3rd grade accidentally farted out loud. That's not life. I don't care about these little things, but for some reason, those same types of things tend to penetrate the brains of other people or of me when I'm thinking about myself, because I don't know, you always are your biggest critic or your biggest fan, and that's kind of a choice you make.
Definitely. Thank you again for another powerful speech, Cam.
Hey,
This is just me and you.
What I said in the chat.
Bro, you're spamming memes. Is this a valuable contribution? Just downloading memes all day?
Look at the bottom one.
Mom's funeral, meeting up with a 13-year-old. Okay. Oh, wow. Very funny. It is kind of funny, but
Because that's the guy.
I'm just not on that type of shit right now.
He got in trouble for doing that.
I know, Isaiah. I wasn't born yesterday.
That's funny.
Oh, also, another thing I want to add to that is, Cam kind of brought it up a little bit, is that people who they only post the good stuff online, obviously. You have, like, these people who, I have family who just, like, literally only, like, post, like, good stuff online. Now, it's okay, obviously, like, you want to, like, post...
You want to feel yourself, you want to post your best moments,
but yeah, people are only showing like the good stuff, and when you look at that,
so it's super surface level.
Yeah, when you look at that,
it's the same thing with like these models in a weird way, because it's like you could. This is also the delusion I feel like with women in Instagram, because a lot of girls get very insecure looking on Instagram at all these like other girls, because they're like, oh my god, I'm never gonna be like that. But it's like, bruh, they didn't show you the whole thing. That's probably Photoshop. A. B, there's like probably like a billion other things that they're very insecure about that they're strategically hiding from you. These things don't actually matter. It's a filtered version of what you normally would see.
Exactly. also, like, just so everyone knows, is that no one's lives are perfect, and
No.
you have people who are who first of all love social media to the point where like you see like 10 posts for them like an hour.
Those types of people are very insecure.
Yeah, because they're always
don't have
posting.
anything aside from it.
Always posting good things about themselves, which it's not a bad thing to post a good thing about yourself like every once in a while to be able to get yourself out there a little bit, but don't
at a certain point you know what you're doing.
Yeah, and I think when other people look at these kind of people who post everything, it makes you feel like, okay, well, their lives are perfect, what about mine? And here's the thing you got to remember is that nobody's lives are perfect, but it's also yeah, what were we going to say?
You gotta think about how your life would look on the internet too. That's the thought exercise I could do.
Mm-hmm. And also, you gotta like. Here's the thing. One second, Cam. Is that you really gotta stop caring what other people think. Is the thing. I know that's really really hard, and it
seems hard on the surface level,
that.
but not when you do it in little bite-sized pieces. Like
Mm-hmm.
I still care about what people think at times, and I still have my weak moments.
Mm-hmm.
But it's like for the most part, I'm not. I need to do me. I come in with this surface knowledge of what I have the lens on, what I'm focusing on in life. So, like, for example, for me, I've been trying to make music. It's like, bro, if I listen to everybody's opinion on my music, like, oh, this is garbage. Oh, this is fire, bro. Oh, this is the greatest thing of all time. I just let my mood swing based on that. I would never get anything done. Because all I would be doing is focusing on what some random person who doesn't mean anything to me is saying about my art. How stupid is that? It's such a self-sabotaging thing to do.
Definitely. I agree full-heartedly.
Cam and Micah show? Is this a Cam or Micah show or what?
Well, y'all are adding anything. So,
yeah, look at the chat. Look at the chat.
Well,
I'm
yeah.
eating.
Well, I mean, we're actually having conversations. Y'all just being degenerates.
Okay.
I'm eating Cinnamon Toast Crunch. I'm busy.
I mean,
It's funny.
Cinnamon Toast Crunch is.
I'm on a seafood diet. I seafood.
I'm just gonna put the blame on Issiah mostly, honestly.
What? I'm barely even doing anything wrong.
What, bro? Look, I'm scrolling up in chat. Look at how many memes you've posted.
Oh no!
Look at this. There's like a solid 10 memes.
Because I'm bored. Because you guys.
How are you bored? Like, there's so much substance in this.
Okay, Issiah, don't call what we're saying like boring because it's actually good content.
It's important to know these things.
You're not giving other time for people to talk. So I'm supposed to.
Y'all, I know, but like y'all can interject. I openly invite y'all to interject.
Issiah, do you have anything you want to add?
Yes, I completely agree with everybody in this conversation.
Yeah, it's just the only thing is like it just feels like the format's off and we have to prompt you to add because it feels like kind of like in kindergarten. You remember the teacher going around and it's like, what do you think, Johnny? Oh, that's very cool. On to the next student. It's like we can't just baby this. We got it to make it feel organic. It has to be organic.
And
otherwise, it just feels fake.
But my memes are funny.
Your memes are funny, but it's just not the right time.
Wait.
But that's not what we're on right now. We're trying to be on a more serious time.
Have you read them all?
Yes, I've read them all, doofus.
Well, no, because I'm more focused on trying to help people my age.
Yes, because I'm sure there's a lot of people struggling.
A lot of people don't. A lot of people get too caught up.
Here, you guys talk, and I'll just post memes.
No, I want your input if you have something to say, but we don't want to baby you.
I just said no. I said you guys can talk. I just said you two talk.
Well, okay.
Okay, let's do that.
I want to post memes.
Okay.
Can I talk too?
Of course.
Chance, go.
Y'all can talk. Y'all are completely fine to talk. The only thing is, it's just it has to feel organic. It's not organic and it messes up the pacing if it's every time we say something, it's like, okay, do you agree with that? Do you agree with that? Because the emotions kind of screwed up if you have to be prompted to strongly agree with something. It just feels weird, doesn't it?
Yes, and luckily we have time to fix it.
Organic?
What? Say it again.
Is cheese organic?
Yeah, is cheese organic?
I think so.
Okay, so I'm going to start talking about cheese now. So there's like Kobe Jack cheese, Kobe cheese. There's probably Jack cheese.
No.
There's like American cheese and yellow American cheese. There's also like Swiss cheese, but Kobe Jack is my favorite.
Kobe Jack. Okay, is that all you had to say?
Oh no,
Oh,
I
God.
like nachos and cheese too.
I like queso.
Queso's really
Queso's
good.
okay.
Whenever I go to Mexican restaurants, the opening meal they give me is usually better than the actual food.
Queso and chips are just amazing.
The salsas they always got the right salsas too.
Come on, Chance, that was funny.
But we weren't here to talk about freaking cheeses.
Bro, my memes are hilarious.
Nobody cares about your fucking memes.
Hey,
Get
girl.
over it.
Jeez,
Watch your
Caleb.
language.
I know, it's made of boyfriend
This part's getting cut out anyways because nobody wants to hear you talk about cheese.
Okay, the cheese part was kind of funny. I'll give you that chance.
It was kind of funny, but my part where I said that was after that anyways.
Yes.
So-
Yes.
Mentors, who do you look up to?
We are talking to me.
Of course.
Yeah, okay, so I am a pastor's son, as a few of you know.
Well, I mean, you watch pretty tame content. I'm not surprised.
So, yeah, I'm a pastor's son, so obviously I look up to my dad in the sense of,
Of course,
he's my father,
male-
so,
having like a male father figure is very important for young guys. You really get messed up if you don't, but
I've watched so many, even like episodes of shows where they have that father-son relationship play out and it fails, and it's actually so sad at the end, just because it's,
I understand what you mean, but the biggest thing is like I try to give myself role models outside of just people who I obviously look to, like my father or whatever, because like obviously you're gonna look up to your parents and all those things, but I try to be for example, probably my biggest inspiration, and it's very cliche, but it's probably because he's a very inspirational figure, is Kanye West. I think I have a lot to thank him for in terms of like where I am now. Because if you like watch it, I don't know, a habit of mine is I like to watch interviews of like people I look up to and see like their mindsets. Because usually those interviews get very real and they don't really cut around the edges with those people. So I like to watch those types of interviews and I use that to like get myself out the gutter mentally and get myself where I need to go.
there you go with another powerful speech. Thank you, Cam.
There we go, man.
True.
I admire somebody like Kanye so much, partly because the fact that he just doesn't care at all. It's like those kinds of things in the way he maneuvers and like he's so multifaceted. Like that's what I admire. Is other people like Tyler, the Creator, who really get me too, and just their art they create and how they be. It inspires me to want to drive and push myself farther out.
You know who inspires me? Because I have one or two people outside of my
I
father's
imagine
share.
like Howard Stern or Larry King would be in there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I do want to mention is that surprisingly, this might sound kind of weird, but I'm gonna
I
say,
don't care. Say it.
okay, I'm gonna say my sister, she's older, so
That's great, man. That's great. I like that.
Okay, so she's also a pastor, so she took after my dad, but it's really nice, first of all, to have someone to talk to in the sense to be able to get almost
to be
like
the middle ground.
get a perspective that's different than your parents, someone who understands you more,
Yeah, because you have the hard road. Like your father seems very like clean cut, and it's like your sister's like more of a middle ground because she, obviously she's more recently experienced. I don't know how old your parents were. They probably bumped into Nirvana when they were your age. So having somebody who's more in tune with you can be really helpful.
Yeah, someone who understands where I'm coming from and who's also been in like my situation more recently. And yeah, she just really motivates me because she.
Wait, what were you gonna say?
That's great. I kind of inspire myself in a roundabout way. I don't want to sound egotistical, but what I mean by that, how I phrase this, is, for example, I am the oldest brother, right? So I want to be able to set an example for my brothers and show them how to maneuver and where to go. Because, like, I know I went through some things that I don't want them to feel or go through. I'd rather help them out and put them in better positions. Or like I'm not I have big dreams, bro. So I really want to try and be able to provide for my family and, like, I don't know, hook them up, buy them cars, whatever. That's part of what drives me to try and get myself where I need to push and where to strive for.
There you go, with another powerful speech from Cam. Thank you.
I'm what, 10 for 10?
So, Micah.
Yes, Chance?
Are you going to be a pastor when you're older?
Will I be a pastor? Great question, Chance. Thank you for asking that. You know, I think it's really a 50-50 chance whether I will be or not, because I definitely considered it before. After talking to my sister about it, who actually understands because she followed in the footsteps, like I'm saying, you know, it's different. That it's not something I have to do. I do feel like being a pastor's son is very like you have a lot of expectations to follow. Almost people look at you as
a lot of pressure on you.
Pressure, perfect son, you don't mess up kind of thing.
You gotta be an angel, you know.
Mm-hmm. And that sucks. Like, that's like really tough to.
You gotta, you know, you always gotta, like, suck up to all these fake standards. Like, it shouldn't matter, I feel like. And, you know, I can never do something like that. You know, you see all these Buddhist monks. I can't really do those kinds of things because I'm too attached to, like, I'm not even religious, but I'm just going to use this word. I'm too attached to, like, sin or whatever. And, like, I'm too attached to the little things and, like, the accolades, I guess you call it. Like, I'm not saying I don't appreciate the Bible or religion at all, but it's just never been for me. And I've always felt like a message is more powerful once I realize it. Because if you're, like, 8 reading the Bible, you barely understand it. It feels like it has less effect. But if you're, like, learning these things for yourselves, you abide by them more.
Thank you again, Cam.
Who claim they're Christians, who are doing some things that don't at all adhere to what it says in that big book. You know, so you gotta, you know, it's just an interesting thing where it's like, religion's really been commercialized, hasn't it?
It really has, I agree.
Micah, can I ask you up?
We done. We out.
We done. We out. Thank you guys for joining me. Thank you guys for joining me.
Send the recording.
Don't send him a recording. He's gonna, like, edit it to make y'all say some stuff.
No, literally, no. I just want to listen to it.
Okay.
Y'all listen to me drop these facts, or you guys sound like buffoons.
Okay, Bozo. Anyways, thanks everyone for listening to this, and bye everyone.
Bye. Stuffy.